Hey guys, Anime West Reacts here is going to be a review for Yu-Gi-Oh! Holder Chapter 171. So, yeah, I fell behind. I think there's like 5 after this or something. There's a couple. But yeah, so we start off, Toda had got sliced right in half, and he's like, no, he got me, I messed up. And he uses that Fushibara attack. I'm not going to be able to move after this, and I didn't get to contact Holder, so yeah, pretty much he's been left in a state where can't do anything. Kuramaru is getting taken. And then Kuramaru's older brother says, Immortal Todokanoe, if you truly intend to share that child's path, then come after us. So this chapter is titled Immortal Monster. So yeah, older brother tells Toda pretty much, if you really intend to share his path, come after us. And he says, there is no time, don't spare a moment, not even to call for help. And then the ogre masked guy says, Fushi uses an attack, Fushi, Barai, Magatsu, Hinokami, Immortal Purge, Calamitous Fire God. To attack Toda again, cuts him into even more pieces. So then the older brother's like, looking, doesn't really say anything, but the ogre mask guy, or the demon mask, says, Immortal, you must have some questions, I will answer that. We'll answer just one of them. Why do we not join you in your attempt to defeat Ialda Bouth? Why do we oppose you when one might say we are on the same side? Then he says, if an immortal is going to be a threat to our world, it must be mortals who defeat it. We will never bring peace and order to our world if we keep turning to you monsters for help. And Toda just says, So yeah, mask guy pretty much says, let's go. Hiromaru Dono, the time we've long awaited is at hand. So yeah, and then it starts raining as they disappear. Toda is just cut up in all pieces. Pretty much they cut off his arms and legs and his head. And he's in like half pretty much. So he's not in a good spot. So yeah, he says Kuromaru. You can see like his leg, his right arm, his left arm, the blood from them. Yeah. Zooms out back to the outer city. Fog sets in basically. And so he's just laying there as it's raining. He eventually wakes up, and so you can see like how bad shit. He's pretty much just a torso and an arm at this point. He's like, so he's looking around for Kuromaru. Because like his transformation wore off, and so yeah, he's looking around. He's just a torso with an arm right now. He's like yelling for Kuromaru, and then he goes, "Grr, damn it! That stupid Immortal Purge. I didn't take it seriously enough. It really is our worst enemy. It's practically unstoppable. Biggest crisis of my life. I've been so stupid and reckless. I always just let myself take the hits. And now look at me. I couldn't even help the one person who always fights by my side. And I think I can save the world. I'm a joke. I'm so pathetic." So yeah, he's just berating himself. Saying, damn it, there's no time. Even if I could go after them, I can't do anything like this. So yeah, he like raises his arm and slams it down, and you see like the ground like shatter because of just how strong he is, pretty much. And so he stops and he's like, no, wait, something's not right. Calm down. Don't give up on everything yet. Think there has to be some way. So he's like, oh yeah, they cut me in 4 pieces. How am I moving? I'm healed along the vertical cuts from Kurmar's brother, and then he realizes he's like, Kurmar's his brother did he. And he like puts his hand to his face. You see Negi and Nagi behind him. He's like, okay. They pretty much realized that Kurmar's brother didn't hit him with the Fushibari technique. He just cut him in half, basically. Because he healed, so if it was the Fushibari technique, he wouldn't have been able to heal from it. So you see him just like throwing his body up, punches a pillar, and falls down, splatters on his body, turning him into just blood paste pretty much. And then you see like the blood start becoming a ring, and he's like monologuing. He says, I'm gonna open the door inside me, the door to Venus, the door to the solar system. And so you see like the blood like spinning and then shoots off into the sky, and he says, I'll open the door and access that infinite supply of energy. He's like, up in the sky is just blood at this point. He's like, Kuramaru, it doesn't matter how far away you are. And he senses him, and he's like, over there, and I feel my blood. I feel it, my blood is flowing through Kuramaru's veins. I'll find it, and I'll revive there. And you see him like streaking through the skies because he's just like blood at this point. He's like a body of blood. He's like, so I'm a monster, huh? Well, that's fine with me, as he's like breaking the sound barrier. Like how fast he's moving, and then you got Kyrie probably like heard it, and so she kind of looks over, and Karin says, is there something wrong, Kyrie? And she's like, no, I just sense some stupidity in the air. And then Karin's like, huh? Santa says, hey guys, Karin Senpai, Kyrie-chan. And then Santa's asking if Kuramaru and Tota are back. And so they're like, I guess they're not. Or Santa says, I guess they're not. Kyrie says, well, they're both grown individuals. I'm sure they're fine. Or they'll be fine. Karin says, yes, it was just one night. It's nothing. And then Santa's like, why are you both turning red? And they're like, we're not turning red. Then Santa says, that reminds me, Kuramaru Senpai's hometown is supposed to be near here, really? And Karin says, you want to look at a map? And they look at the map and see like where they are versus where his hometown is. And it's like, this is New Ostia over here, where we are now. This is Togen, where Kuramaru is from. So you see there how far away they are, really. It kind of looks like it's like on the other side of this island, pretty much, or wherever they are. So yeah, they're like, wow, because you see like there's an entire city that's in between them. And so you see like something jumps up behind them, which is just a pair of legs. Kyrie is like, that's actually pretty far. Now if we, or yeah, Santa says not if we fly, and then the legs land and they turn around like, huh. So then we go back to Tota flying through the sky, and he's like, I see something, a town. How far have I flown? How much time has passed? I can't feel things the same way as in my full body, but I can't have been that long. Straight ahead, I'll go straight to Kuramaru and get my partner back, that building. Then you got the old samurai guy from the first arc. He just relaxing, like, alright, time to catch up on current events. And he's like, as Tota comes, like, crashing through the building. He's, like, coughing, like, bleh. What happened? And, yeah, Tota's just, like, standing on one arm. He's like, you're... And the guy's like, it's like, you're falling apart, kid. Can you possibly do in that condition? And he's like, that's... my right hand, of course, that's what I was drawn to. Because, yeah, took his hand before, I think. So the guy is like, or Tota notices it, and the guy's like, now, and then immediately just cuts him, like, into a ton of pieces. an old guy's like, "You need to calm down, boy." And he's like, Toada's just like, "Don't mess with me. I'm in a hurry. I'm an immortal monster." And so yeah, he's like, "Don't underestimate me." And you see like all this black stuff start like forming around him. And then there's an explosion, and so yeah, you get to see Toada in this crazy looking form where he's like got like multiple arms, bunch of like tentacle type things or like appendages. And so the old guy's like, "He's come a long way since I last fought him. No, something has fallen into place. Has he reached completion as an immortal monster?" And so he's like, such a high concentration of magic. And Toada's just like, "Where is Kuramaru?" He's like, "And it's growing." And then you see like, he's like, "Where is Kuramaru?" As like you see behind him, like the guy said, "And it's growing." Now he's got like a body. And there are like other parts behind him. Other parts behind Toada from when he like was seen a second ago, and so he's just like tells him where he is, like, go through the castle town into the mountains until you get to Togen's cloistered holy land. So we see what it looks like. It very much looks like a Japanese temple. The inside is crazy though. It's like these two giant statues with poses next to this giant staircase in the middle. Yeah, Kuramaru chained up in the middle of it, or in like a ritual kind of outfit. And then one of the guys there says, "As I feared, it's too late. The Shintai has become one with Kuramaru Tokisaka. It will be impossible to separate them." And old guy is like, or the demon mask guy is like, "Then we have no choice." Says, "I assume you know what this means, Kuramaru Tokisaka. If we cannot separate you, then you must become the Divine Blade yourself." And Kuramaru's just like, "I will." He says, "Good, I admire your resolve. Now your crimes against your clan will all be forgiven. Your sacrifice will serve your clan and, by extension, the world." And Kuramaru says, "Yes." He starts thinking, and then he says, "In reality, I should have died all those years ago." Then he looks up and thinks, "Nisama, he's hardly spoken to me since he was punished for defending me, but I owe him everything." And you see Kuramaru's brother and him playing. Kuramaru is like, "Oh, who are you?" And see this creature. It says Hina, Hina. So Kuramaru picks it up, says Hina-chan, and starts laughing. And he's like, "Yes, that little creature was something like the heart or the soul of my clan's sacred sword, and I kept it all to myself along my life. Something borrowed must always be returned. I was a useless piece of excess garbage who did nothing but cause problems. I can do something to help my brother then." And then he thinks of Toada. He says, "Doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, you're my partner." Because, yeah, Kuramaru, saying he because that just feels natural to me. But know that Kuramaru really doesn't have a gender until he turns like a certain age and chooses one. So Kuramaru is saying, "I can't let myself be a seed of contention between mortals and immortals. When this is over, then maybe Toda-kun will use me, then I'd still be his partner, well, his trusty sword anyway." And you got this, like, picture of Toda wielding Kuramaru. So, Demon Mask guy is like, "Now are you ready?" Kuramaru says yes, and they immediately, like, hoist him up. And he's, like, in front of his brother. His brother says Kuramaru. He says Nisama. And his brother says, "Forgive me, all of Togen has agreed. We must me escape, weren't you?" And then he pretty much tells him outright. He says, "Yes, Yukihime is an old friend of mine. I asked her to take care of you when you failed to defeat her." And Kuramaru's just like, "It's enough. You did enough. Thanks to you, I had precious experience. lived my life that I wouldn't trade for anything. Thank you so much, Nizamo. They say we begin the ritual. So you got the people chanting "Refine, refine" as the giant like winds its arm up. And Kurmar's just like, my whole body feels like heated steel, and then they say forward, and so the two giant statue like creatures immediately like hit the sides of the magical seal thing that Kuramaru was in. They just do it like over and over, like they're tempering a sword pretty much. You got Kuramaru just saying Todokun, Todokun. It says, what? They let an enemy into the castle? Are they with the immortal? It says, no, it was a force of nature. It seemed completely unrelated. We lost contact with one section of the castle after another. There's an important ritual going on in the altar, and it's like, what is that? And you see like this dark wind coming towards them. They're like, what the? It's coming from the castle, black fog, hey. So yeah, we see what the thing they saw is, and it's like this giant black tidal wave, basically. So that's why they said it was like a force of nature. They got all the people screaming, wow, tsunami, run, and then it all forms back into Toda. Like, they're all like bracing themselves to get hit. And they're like, huh, what? But I was sure there was a giant wave of black mud with lightning in it. Was it an illusion? What in the. Hey, wait, look. You got Toda just like formed right in front of the hall pretty much from this giant black wave. And they're like, you there, stop, who are you? And so you got Toda, this crazy looking new form where he's like older looking, he's got like lightning hair, and he's got like this tattoo on his chest, and he's wielding his sight stick. So he's just like, where is Kuromaru? And they're like, seize him. They say, seize him, no, slay him, and then it's just like fast as lightning, pretty much just disappears, and then all of these guys are like up in the sky, pretty much. So you got Honoka and Asana waking up, and then lady whose name I've forgotten is like, put yourself into an suspended animation to fight off the poison. I'm impressed. And they're like, Master Tsukuyomi. She's like, I agree to train you as a favor to Setsunahan, but it looks like you don't need me anymore. And then she just throws them the keys to their cell, and they're like, Master. And so she says, I used to love the Shinmei school, but it's changed over the decade. So I'm gonna it up. Body doesn't move anymore, so I can't take any jobs anyway. Ah. You girls can follow your own paths and say hi to that monster for me. Yeah, and Toad comes flying in from the ceiling, and there's just like he came. So he just got Dota in front of all these guys. So yeah, the demon mask is just like, he looks different, but it's that immortal welt. No, we quartered him. He couldn't possibly have followed us here. So he's just like, where is Kuromaru? And then the guy says, you're too late, immortal. Ritual is complete. So yeah, see Kuromaru's as the blade, and they're like, that blade there is Kuromaru Tosaka. This one lady picks it up and says, the divine blade, Hinamori, Kuromaru Tokisaka willingly offered up his flesh and has been reborn as the Fushigari Holy Sword. With this, we can fight the Elder Balith. So yeah, she the lady licked the sword pretty much. And it's like, the fine blade, I expect nothing less of one forged of sacrifices. She's like licking the sword. But yeah, pretty good episode, or pretty good chapter overall. Hope y'all enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more anime reaction reviews and manga reviews. Check links down below to my Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. See ya.